part B. The part B title has been written is Other Information and Necessary Omitted Surface after completing the financial statement in part A, which requires the passing of adjusting entry. So we want to explain the impact of the omission under reference on the element of the accounting equation of net enterprise, especially the net income. So how about the question A?
Okay, question A, depreciation of office equipment and delivery van for the sum of 35,000 ringgit. So I think this is because no yet minus depreciation of office equipment and delivery van. So it will affect the expenses to be understated, and also will affect the owner equity and net income to be overstated. Besides that, it will also affect the asset to be overstated because of the accumulated depreciation. Understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
So how about question B?
Question B, unpaid salary of 20,000. That means salary expense have been incurred but have not been paid or recorded. So in the statement of profit and loss, it will affect expense become understated, net income overstated. So in statement of financial position, liability will understated and owner equity will overstated. And how about question C?
Question C. The available balance of office supplies in hand was 300. In my opinion, I think we have to look the previous trial balance, because we have to mention the balance of the trial balance, and we have to minus the office supplies that has been used, so that we will get the new balance of the office supplies. I think it will affect the expenses. The statement of profits and loss, the expenses will understated and net income will overstated. And in the statement of financial position, I think that asset will overstated and the owner equity will overstated, and total liability and owner equity will overstated. Okay?
So the 4,000 is from here, the previous one.
Yeah. We will get the previous balance of the office supplies, which is 400, and then we will get the expenses for the trial balance, which is 5,680, and we will minus the 300, which is the balance of the office supplies. So that we will get the new balance of the office supply in next year.
4,000.
4,000, right? Not 400.
4,000. Oh, I think the 4,000 how to count?
4,000, the previous trial balance. This.
Oh, okay.
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 Okay, understand.
Okay. So next question.
D.
D.
Okay, let me explain. So a total of 7,800 of the unearned revenue was realized. So let me explain first what is meant by the unearned revenue. Unearned revenue is money received by an individual or company for a service or product that has yet to be produced, to be provided or delivered. So you get the money, you already get the money, but you still don't give the service or product to the customer. So okay. So what will happen is the unearned revenue will be put at the debit side, and the revenue will be put at the credit side. So what will happen? The revenues is understated and expenses will correctly stated. The net income will become understated. Next, the assets are correctly stated, and liability will become overstated, and lastly, owner's equity will become understated.
Why liability will overstated?
Why liability?
Will overstated.
So okay, we already get our money. We already get the money, but we still yet to give the service or product to the customer. That's why it become liability. So we have the liability. That's why the effect is liability will become overstated. Because he just this company just realized that they already get the money but still not give the service to the customer. So you guys understand?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So how about E?
What do you all think about question E?
I think question E is accrued expenses because that the insurance has already expired, so that we already pay that, but we haven't get the service.
But I think the insurance is prepare expenses.
What you did? Can you repeat?
Because what the thing is accrued expenses, but I think is prepare expenses.
Okay.
Because prepare expenses you pay first, but you haven't received the insurance, right? But so how the other thing?
I think I agree with Eugene, which is
Prepare
expenses.
Because we want to see the previous prior parents, right?
Yes.
So how can we explain? Okay.
I think we will use the balance of the prepaid insurance and to minus insurance expenses in the previous trial balance, and the insurance has already expired. Then we will get the new balance of the prepaid expenses.
So the expired mean that we already use that.
Yes.
Okay.
So how about question F?
The question F is the billing department forgot to send invoice to the customer for a sum of 24,400. So it means that the company have been give the service to the customer. So the company should give the invoice to the customer, so the customer can pay these fees in the future. So the company forgot to send. So it can be categorized as the accrued revenue. So in the accrued revenue, it means that the money we have not received it, but we have give the service to the customer. So it can replace in this situation. So I think the account receivable should put in the debit side, and the fees earned that we have been earned in the credit side. So in the statement of profit and loss, the revenue should be understated, and the expenses correctly set is no effect. So in the net income will also be the understated. So in the statement of profit, the financial position, the asset will be understated, the liability will correctly stated, and the owner equity will be understated. So the total will become the understated. So how about the question G?
Okay, let me explain. The interest revenue of 15,800 was not recorded. Let me explain about what is the meaning of interest revenue. Okay. What is interest revenue? You want to know? Yes. Interest revenue is the earnings that an entity receives from any investments it makes or non that it owns. So you guys understand about the meaning? Okay, let me give the example lah.
Yes.
Let me give example. So let's say we save our money in bank, like 10,000 in bank. So the company or bank should give a dividend, to us, like maybe 4%, 5%. So that is the interest revenue. Okay.
So
Understand?
the money we give the bank is already give the service, but we haven't get our money.
Yes, which is the dividend. We put our money, like 10,000 in the bank, but the bank still yet give the dividend to us. So that's related to this question. Okay, let's move to this question. I read again. Interest revenue of 50,800 was not recorded. So what will happen is the account receivable will put at the debit side, and the interest revenue will be put at the credit side. So in the statement of profit or loss, the revenue will become understated, the expenses will have no effect, and the net income will become understated. So in the statement of financial position, the assets will become understated, the liability will have no effect, and lastly the honest equity will become understated. So that's all about question G. You guys understand?
Understand.
Yes. Okay. So how about H?
Question H. Suppliers invoice amounting to 135,000 were misplaced and only recently discovered. So I think it's accrued expenses, and invoice means is a document that is used to record a transaction between a buyer and a seller. So this means net enterprise do not have received any invoice, so the enterprise do not have pay any cash or bank to the suppliers. So it will record debit supplies expenses, credit supplies payable, and in statement of profit and loss, expenses will understated and net income overstated, and in the statement of financial position, liability will understated, owner equity will overstated. Okay, understand?
Yes. Go ahead.
So our discussion will be end in here. So after that we need to do the
full
report.
The adjusting entry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
If any question we can ask in the group.
Okay.
okay.
Okay, that's
So
all.
far I understand.
Okay.